Self-doubt as parents just comes with the territory. These children don't come with an instruction manual. We've never done this before. My entire parenting career has been filled with plenty of self-doubt. Despite the fact that I've dedicated pretty much my entire life to learning about child development, I still feel like I have no clue what I'm doing every time I enter into some uncharted territory. So today I have 7 things that I think all of us should try to get rid of some of the self-doubt that we feel as parents. Hello, I'm Cassie from Custom Built Parenthood. I have 3 kids, ages 8, 5, and 2. We spend our days playing and homeschooling and just learning as we go, right? That's all that any of us can do as parents. We are just learning as we go. So please subscribe to my channel, join us in the comments so that I can learn all of the things that you've learned in your parenting journey so far. We can totally help each other out. So number 1 is to be informed. With knowledge comes power, so we definitely want to be educated in our parenting decisions. So much research has been done, so many things have been identified as helpful or damaging to children, so it's great for us to be aware of that. The topic of parenting is talked about plenty. There are so many books and other resources that can really be learned from. With that said, it can be super overwhelming, right? The sheer number of opinions, information out there, and it is absolutely not necessary to feel like you could or even should ever read or learn everything, right? So my best advice and what I do is that when there's something that comes up that we're really struggling with or feel like we completely don't know what we're doing, seek out some good information. Look online, go to the library, watch some videos, and just learn everything you can about that one topic. Find a few really good nuggets to pull out from those resources and apply into your parenting. We will definitely feel more confident in our parenting decisions when those are decisions that are educated and informed. Number 2, don't compare your child. We have definitely talked about the damage that this does, comparing our child to other kids. I will try to find that video and link it. But we are not just talking about damage done to our kids, we're also talking about damage that's done to our self-esteem as parents and our feelings about our parenting when I compare my kid to other kids. So the point is, this is just not a fair comparison. Every child is so different, and unless you live with that child, you really have no idea what they're like or all the things that they struggle with. Every kid is going to be on their own time frame, hitting their own milestones at different points, having their own unique temperament and personality, so there is just no reason to compare. Number 3, don't compare yourself with other parents. Don't get me wrong, I am a huge believer that we all have so much to learn from each other. I think that it's a great thing to observe other parents and try to implement those positive things that you see. That's totally different though than comparing. This is constructive. We can notice and appreciate our differences, or we can take it one step further and place judgment on those differences. So that's more what comparing is. The judgment is totally not helpful. All it does is make us feel bad about ourselves or make us feel better about ourselves, and both of those are actually not the most helpful. So what is helpful is seeing how someone is effectively handling their toddler's tantrum, or dealing with fights at the playground, or tears at the grocery store. We have so much to gain from learning from each other, but we also have so much to lose by comparing ourselves. So every child requires a different parenting approach. Any of us with multiple children knows this to be true, right? Kids in the same household with the same parents are going to be totally different kids and need different parenting. So of course a total stranger is going to be the same way. So it's just really not a fair comparison. You're parenting different kids. You're coming with your own values and experiences and circumstances, so it is just not relevant to compare. With some knowledge backing us up and comparisons out of the way, number 4 is to identify our positive qualities. I want to focus on really building ourselves up. The thing about parenting is it has a way of really making us question everything about ourselves. There's not really ever a clear, perfect response or a perfect way of handling any given situation with your child. Like we said, there's no instruction manual. We've never done this before, so we are going to make mistakes, right? We're just gonna have to live and learn. And all we can really do is our best and accept our efforts as enough. So despite all the mistakes and all of the times that we feel like maybe we did the wrong thing, or, we really just did not handle that great, our kid is counting on us to just keep trying. So having self-doubt as parents is unfortunately something that kids will pick up on and totally fuel the fire all day long, right? Anytime that we might feel like we didn't handle something great, pretty sure your kid is gonna kind of second that, right? So we can't be looking to our kid for their acknowledgement or for their appreciation even, or their approval. That'll probably come maybe 20 years from now. But right now, in the thick of it, we need our own confidence that we're doing our best and that we value our own efforts. So let's just decide to list 3 positive qualities about ourselves. Mine would probably be, if I had to choose something, that I'm organized, I'm kind, and let's think of a skill for this last one, just like more like a talent. Oh, piano. So I do play the piano. So those would be my 3 positive qualities. So now number 5 is my very favorite part. We are now going to list how those qualities benefit our kids. So if I feel like I'm an organized person, I'm gonna see that in action with my parenting. So I have a pretty good house system going. We have clean dishes and clean clothes and a decently clean house. Our toys and our craft supplies are fairly organized, and all of our other stuff has a place that it goes. So it makes it really easy to find things and pretty easy to keep things picked up. There's almost never a time that we run out of a staple food and I don't have a backup ready. I can access past pictures or videos pretty quickly because I have a good system. Basically, our life is in pretty good order, and I'm selling myself short if I don't acknowledge how that benefits my kids. I'm an organized person. My kids totally benefit from that. I am bringing something to the table. My kindness is not only felt by my kids in how I treat them, but I'm also modeling such good behavior for them, teaching them and showing them by example how to treat others with kindness. Friends, family, strangers, whoever. They totally pick up on that and learn so much from me just being that way. Then my skill at the piano totally brings my kids joy, and I have so much fun playing while they dance or sing or kind of play with me. It really is a fun tradition. It creates fun in our home. And it's good for them to see that I've worked really hard at something and that now we all can kind of enjoy that skill or talent. So hopefully that shows you anything that you are bringing to the table is totally valuable to your child. You just need to recognize that. Number 6, identify one parenting struggle. So this might not seem to make a whole lot of sense when we're trying to conquer self-doubt. Surely that means we shouldn't let ourselves think anything negatively, right? But the point is that, at least the way I see it, is if you're anything like me, you're gonna see the negative, right? You're gonna be your worst critic, and you're gonna be very aware of all of the many, many things that you're not great at. So the point of this step is to pick just one, not 3, not 5, not 10, just one thing that you recognize is the thing that you feel the worst about. The thing that you feel like your kids are so deprived to not have this type of mom or this type of dad. It's totally healthy for us, in my opinion, to own our weaknesses and our mistakes and to be on a path of growth. So identify the one struggle. By doing that, we can put our focus and our energy on improving that one thing. And as it starts to improve, we're gonna feel better about ourselves. We're gonna feel more confident in our parenting. So we're going to feel less self-doubt. So if I were to choose one weakness for myself, there's many things to choose from, but if I had to choose just one, without question, I would absolutely own all day long that I'm not very fun. Believe it or not, I'm honestly kind of a party pooper. I'm super aware and conscious of times and routines and schedules and consistency, almost to the point of being obsessive, which, can be great. Those can totally be listed as one of my strengths. Those are good things. But naturally, the consequence of those strengths is the fact that I'm not one to just let loose. I'm not one to just throw the rule book out the window and just party, right? Let the kids stay up late, just forget everything, and just have so much fun. It takes a lot of conscious effort for me to stop being so serious and task-oriented, driven by time, and just so aware of those things, and to just have fun. So, number 7, we are going to now make a plan for this weakness. So, for mine, I'm committing right now to you guys. You are all going to be my witnesses that for the next 3 weeks, we say 3 weeks because that's how long it takes to establish a habit, right? For the next 3 weeks, I am going to implement something new into my everyday routine. I am going to commit to what's doable. Let's say 5 minutes of fun every day with my kids. So now we have to think, okay, when should I do it, right? I need to tie it to something that I'm already doing so that it can actually happen and I won't just forget. So let's say, I think dinner time. I'm just brainstorming. I will come up with an awesome plan, and then I'll be checking in with you guys in about 3 weeks to let you know how it went. But let's attach it to dinner time. So I'm gonna say, after dinner, every single day with my kids, we're gonna have 5 minutes of fun. I'm not totally sure what that will look like. I'm thinking probably like a dance party or something like that, but I'm gonna do it, right? And I bet that as I'm starting to do it every day, it'll actually be more and more on my brain. Fun, right? Fun. I need to have more fun. And so hopefully, naturally, I'll actually be implementing it more and more throughout the day. But we're going to start with 5 minutes because that seems very manageable for me. Even 10 minutes kind of feels like too much. So 5 minutes, maybe one awesome dance song, and implement it into my daily routine. And after 3 weeks, hopefully, that will be pretty rock solid, and we can just be having that 5 minutes of fun, maybe even longer, every day. And then I'll feel so much better about myself, and I'll realize, wow, I've really made some progress. So, what's your new thing gonna be? Let me know in the comments something that you are just ready to make a little tiny positive change. So, those are the 7 things. For me, the biggest takeaway of this whole video is that by focusing on what we bring to the table, we can be our best self. I can probably be pretty confident saying that I'm never gonna be this super fit, feeding my kids nothing but healthy foods and showing them by example that exercise is a tip-top priority. It's just not who I am, it just is what it is. We are who we are. So I could beat myself up all day long about that, or I could just acknowledge that I'm never gonna be that mom, but I am gonna be this mom. And this mom has so much to offer her kids. I did recently buy a new exercise shirt, speaking of healthy. A friend invited me to exercise, and I quickly realized I had gotten rid of every single exercise clothing piece that I owned. I didn't even have a sports bra, you guys. That is what happens when you're just ruthless about getting rid of stuff that you don't use. So anyway, the shirt says, "Be you, do you, for you." And you know what? I really like that message. All we can be is us. So keep striving to be the best parent you can be, and that is absolutely enough for your cute kiddos. As always, thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.